A statement from the head coach. I just want to say on behalf of the Missouri Valley Conference, congratulations and best wishes for Bob Lutz, who is retiring after this year. He's covered every tournament here in St. Louis for Wichita, and we thank him for his dedication in here. Thank you very much. Now we have a statement for on the game by head coach Greg Marshall. Then we'll go to questions for the 5 student athletes up here representing Wichita State. Greg, please.
Bob, happy retirement. I wish you well. Look forward to seeing you as you relax. But don't ask me about the Bradley situation today, okay? All right, there we go. Right, I know you are. We'll get right into it. I thought we played very well against a very good team. I thought it was a very thorough performance. We defended well. We made our free throws. We got the ball inside. We rebounded well. We shot it well. So that results in a 20-point win, and it's hard to do against that team.
Bob, go right ahead.
For the players who have an answer to this, what clicked for this team since the loss to Illinois State in January? What, in your minds, what was the big difference from then to now? We're going to have Richard and Connor answer that one in that order, please.
I think what clicked, I mean, we hate to lose, but I think at that point in time, it was the basketball guys looking out for us, opening our eyes. We went back and watched film after that game and realized 1 through 16, nobody played a good game or to their potential. So every day we just challenge ourselves to try to at least reach and do the best we can. So I think it just kind of carried over since then. And I think that loss versus Illinois State was kind of a wake-up call for us.
Yeah, I think it kind of woke us up after losing at Illinois State. And then after that loss, we got right back to it and started working extremely hard and trying to fix anything that was going wrong with the team. And we did a great job of doing that. And like I said, this team came together very well and worked out well for us.
Paul?
Marcus, would you describe the defensive philosophy as kind of making it difficult for Paris Lee? That was kind of the number one thing that Wichita State wanted to do today.
Yeah, so our biggest thing today was to box out and rebound. That was our biggest thing. We knew we were going to go out there and play defense. You know, that's our biggest thing every game. So, I mean, we're not worried about that. We had to check out and, just be the tougher team.
Back to Paul. Yes.
Landry regarding Mikhail McIntosh, that was kind of the matchup I think I was curious about. What was how do you defend him? It's kind of a different position, I guess, than you usually guard.
Well, we knew that, the length of Brown to start the game was going to bother Paris Lee a little bit because we had success with that at home in the last matchup. So just Connor on Wills, and then I took, McIntosh, which, I guard Richard in practice sometimes. They have similar body types, and Brown too, and so it was just my matchup, my assignment, and I had to just go do it.
On the aisle.
This is for any of the players. You guys don't have to worry about it now, but now that you won, got the auto bid, but were you thinking about brackets, bubbles, anything leading up to this game?
Darryl, lead us off, and then we'll go to Marcus.
Well, Marcus, you can answer that. It don't matter who we play. I mean, we know it's just a great feeling to know we're in the tournament a whole week. If we would have lost, it would have been kind of stressful thinking about the whole week about the loss. Now that we got this win, we could just relax and get better. It don't matter who we play. It don't matter no bracket. It's all about us.
I agree.
Right here on the right side, gentlemen.
Connor, this one's for you. I'm doing a column on your coach. I saw with 8:27 to play, you guys were up 17 points, and he was stomping his feet angrily because somebody did something. Can you talk about that drive, that coach, that move to be better? You're already winning, but just that drive that he instills in you guys.
It's unbelievable. He pushes us every single day to be the best players we can be, as well as the best people we can be. We go out there and try to please him, and he knows exactly what he's doing. He draws up a great game plan for us every single day, and every single game we come out and play. we just try to work as hard as we possibly can and learn from our mistakes. But he drives us every day, and it's a great quality that he has for sure.
Maurice?
Landry, can you talk about playing in a big-time atmosphere like this as a freshman? You got a lot of guys that played in some big ball games, your teammates, but talk about your flow and how you felt today out there.
Yeah, it was just, I think I kind of had my settling in process in the first game. Just getting adjusted to the different environment and, playing here on the stage and the stakes at hand and stuff. But, today I felt well. I felt pretty good. And I think I've been comfortable in, situations like that before. Obviously, you can't recreate ones like the conference tournament, but I've just, felt comfortable with my teammates, and, we just went out and did what we had to do.
Back down here to Paul. We're on our way.
Richard and Connor, you've been through this week a lot now. What's it like? What do you try to do now? And I guess how maybe is it different from last year where there was some question about whether you were in?
Richard first, please, and Connor.
Well, I'm going to start off, and say we got a championship a championship trophy going back home to Wichita with us. So that's the difference in this being our third time at this tournament. But kind of allows us to get off our feet for a little bit, but also work on ourselves and not have to be, sleepless nights. We worked this hard to come this far. We getting there, we getting that. So we just kind of controlled our own destiny tonight, and I'm just more proud of the guys.
Yeah, last year we had to stress a little bit about getting in the tournament, hoping that we would. It's different this year, obviously, since we got the championship and bringing it back home. But we'll get right back to work and work hard and work on us, and then be prepared for wherever we get in the tournament.
Anything else for the student athletes of Wichita State? Yes? Nope? Okay. Gentlemen, you're dismissed. Best of luck in the NCAA tournament. We will be watching.
Good job, D. Will.
Thank you. Good job. We'll stay here with Coach Greg Marshall for a while longer. Bob's up, then Dennis.
The question I asked to the players, is there a moment, Greg, was it a period of time where you saw this team take off, and what do you think instigated the improvement in this team?
Well, if you want to go back to the beginning of the year, we were trying to figure out our rotation, and we lost 5 seniors, I think 3.5 starters, if you will, 2 guys that are playing in the NBA. We don't recruit 5-star guys, so at least we haven't gotten any. I'm not sure we've recruited any, but it's hard. It's hard plugging in guys. So we postponed the international trip for a summer. So we went this past summer, and we gave up 80 points a game on the tour. We lost a game. I'd love to play that team again now, but we've improved exponentially since then. If you saw us, I know, you run hot and cold on us depending on our performance. If you saw us then, you would have really been down on us, okay? We weren't very good. And I knew that. Coaches knew that. I'm not sure the players knew it. But then we go into the season, and we're a little better because we really worked hard in the fall after the tour. And at that point, Deshaun was the point guard, Connor was the 2, and we didn't execute very well. We couldn't score against Louisville. They played zone. They played 40 minutes of zone against us. I don't know why, but he's a very good coach, and obviously it was a good game plan because we weren't very good against it. We had a shot in the air down 4 in the last couple of minutes, and it went in and out, and we ended up losing by 10. Then we had a shot in the air to beat Michigan State. We didn't beat them. And then we lost to Oklahoma State. It was a poor performance, our only loss at home. So we beat Oklahoma, we beat LSU, we went at Colorado State, we beat Tulsa, we beat St. Louis, South Dakota State. Pretty good teams. We thought it was a heck of a schedule, but turned out it wasn't a great schedule according to the RPI. But the turning point, I think, you would have to, if you had to pick one thing, would have been giving Landry Shamet the ball and him running the point. He's been really good. Connor's really come on, as you've written about. I think it's pretty clear that he's playing with a different level of confidence and moxie and shooting the ball brilliantly. Shaq Morris has been up and down throughout his career, and he's been playing some of his best basketball. So there's a couple other things to go along with Landry assuming the point. And I think Rashard Kelly, he's a guy that is a different player. He's a different player than he was early in the year. He's really playing with much. He seems bigger. I know he's not bigger, but he seems bigger, more explosive, more athletic, and he's really playing well. So there's 3 or 4 things.
Greg, what will this week be for Dan Muller in terms of angst and hoping to get in? The Valley has this pregnant pause before Selection Sunday.
Yeah, well, I mentioned on television on CBS, and I mentioned to 2 of his seniors. I saw Tony Wills and Paris Lee, and I told him, I really hope you guys get in. I think you can win a couple of games in the tournament. I think you're a very good team, and you've had a great career. I did not see Deontay Hawkins in the handshake line, or I would have told him the same thing. I told Dan Muller, you had a really good year. I'll be pulling for you. I've been doing that now. This will be our 6th tournament in a row, and 4 of those we got at-larges. And we would have, and of the 4 at-large, I think 2 of them, we knew that we were in. We were just disappointed in our seeding. It seems, and who knows what will happen this year. I mean, we may be a 10 still. Who knows, okay? But I think we can go deep in the tournament, and I think Illinois State's capable of winning a game or 2. I really do. They didn't show it today, but I think they're a quality team.
Also, he said in here that this team your team right now might be better than the undefeated team, at least in some ways. Does he have a point?
Again, we've had an undefeated team, and we had a team that went to the Final Four, and this team's comparable. It really is. We've got so many weapons offensively. We play hard, try to play smart. My coaching staff does a wonderful job. I mean, I've got some really, really bright minds breaking down the film and developing game plans. And, we're very deep. We're very deep, pretty big, athletic, skilled, and talented. It's a good formula, and they're fun to coach. They really are a lot of fun to coach. I enjoy coaching them. They're great kids. They're great young people. They represent us very, very well.
Got 2 on the aisle coming up, and then back to Paul. Go.
Steve Sufferton from Illinois News Radio. Congratulations, Coach. Illinois is the third best producing NBA talent pool after New York and LA. Just talk a little bit about what it takes to get kids from the IHSA and from the high schools in Illinois away from the home schools like an ISU and Illinois and Northwestern, and just the difficulties, struggles, or even the successes like a Fred VanVleet that you've had.
Yeah, I think Fred was, I'm trying to think of the guys from Illinois that we've had, and I know Fred was obviously very talented, and somehow we snuck him out of there. But I don't know if we've had another Illinois player. Who's that? Peyton Adams right now. Peyton Adams? Oh, Peyton Allen. Yeah. He dropped out of school in the fall. We've got them from all over. We've got them from New Jersey, and we've got them from Kansas City, and we've got them from Oklahoma City, and we've got them from Madison, Wisconsin, Jacksonville, Florida. We don't let geography dictate our recruiting. I mean, we have a budget that if we need to get on a plane, I mean, we're recruiting guys out on the West Coast now, which we haven't done. We're recruiting guys on the East Coast. We're recruiting guys in foreign countries. We just signed a young man from Denmark, and we've got another Wichitan that will be coming in next year. So the thing that we do is we have to we have to go look at them and appeal to them so that they'll get on a flight to come see us. And they fly over a lot of good universities and colleges and programs to get to us. Think about that. Marcus is from New Jersey, Daryl's from Madison, Wisconsin, Deshaun's from Jacksonville, Florida. But once they get to Wichita and once they get to our campus, the response is, wow, I knew it was nice, but I didn't know it was this nice. And then we've already vetted the young people that we recruit. We want character kids. We want guys that want to go to class, want to represent us in a first-class way, want to work hard, want to be part of something special, want to give of themselves for the whole. And Pop said it best, Popovich from San Antonio Spurs. He said, we want guys in our program that are already over themselves. And you see how we share the ball. I mean, we're balanced scoring. No one's scoring 20 points a game, but 6 years in a row, we've gone to the NCAA tournament, and when we get there, we do damage.
We have 3 minutes to go. 2 questions are up. Maurice?
All right, Coach, 2 real quick questions. One, I've noticed how hard, you mentioned how hard your staff work, and I noticed today that your team had a lot of toughness in them. They was after every 50-50 ball. Do you credit your staff with that? And also, real quickly, you had McDuffie last year, Landry this year, 2 young guys, and you got a young roster as well. Is that sort of the template that keep you going and staying at Wichita State with the type of recruiting you can do and the type of staff that you got to keep your kids and yourself there at Wichita State?
Without a doubt. We work very hard every day. None of our staff, other than IB, Isaac Brown played at Mississippi State, Texas A&M before transferring out. He's from Mississippi. So he had a little taste of Power 5 basketball. The rest of us played at schools you've probably never heard of. And so we're not silver spoon guys. We're grinders, and we just get in there and we work hard. And I think it's exemplified by how hard our guys played. I mean, the players and teams take on the personality of their coaches, and all of our coaches, including me, the only way I got on the floor was if I outcompeted the opposition. So I wasn't the biggest, strongest, fastest, quickest. I mean, I didn't jump very high, barely dunked the basketball at 6'2.5", but if you weren't going to beat me, it was going to take all day. So we took on every challenge, and that's what our team does. And you're right, we've got some really good young players, and I think Austin Reeves and C.J. Kaiser, both of our freshmen this year, are going to be fine players in our program. They just don't get a whole lot of opportunity because they've got some veterans in front of them right now. But they're going to get better. But they'll be better next year than they are this year. And they'll get stronger. Skill development will take place. And then we've got a couple of good ones coming. We don't lose anybody.
Final question right here.
Coach Jesus Ortiz, sports columnist here at the Post-Dispatch. Around halftime, word leaked out of Mizzou that Kim Henderson's going to be let go. And soon after that, everybody on the internet was talking about Greg Marshall, go get Greg Marshall. Does that get old for you? Are you flattered? Or what are your thoughts of the people crying out for Greg Marshall at Mizzou?
Well, I'm flattered. It's very humbling to hear that, but and I don't know. I really don't have a crystal ball. I don't know how all that's going to play out. I could easily retire at Wichita State if they will have me. My contract says that I'll be there at least another 7 years. But we don't stick our head in the sand either. I mean, that's just the way we've always done it. And the nice thing about having success and doing it the right way with quality young people is when you have opportunities, if you want to listen, and we do, then we see how that goes. But right now, we're in a great place. We're in a great place. It's a win-win. But my family's very happy in Wichita. At some point, I want to retire and have a beach house, and we'll invite you down, kick it a little bit. But until then, I'm going to coach wherever they'll have me and try to do it the right way and win and do it with quality young people.
Thank you, Greg. Best of luck in the tournament.